Welcome students, friends and family. In this video lesson for Prolog, we're going to use recursion to find the sum of a number type list. So let's create a predicate to sum a list. So first we're gonna do the base case. The base case we're gonna call it. So our predicate we're gonna call it sum list, and we're gonna start with the if we're given an empty list, our sum is gonna return 0. Otherwise, our sum we're gonna do recursion. Okay, we're gonna do sum list. We're gonna call it head tail. We're gonna call it TailSum. We're gonna say that sum I call it sum. This is the recursive part, okay? So sum list. We're gonna call it. So first we're gonna once we add the first head member, the first element of the list to the sum, we're gonna take it out. So what we're gonna do, for the next step, with the recursive step, we're gonna return the tail. And of course we're gonna return the TailSum. Okay, now we're gonna do the operation part. So sum I'm gonna have to use a different variable here. So sum, because sum is gonna be the total sum, and then TailSum is what we're in the intermediate step. So sum is head, which is the first element, plus TailSum. Okay. Let's see if this compiles. So this is the let's call it a recursive step. So the first iteration, TailSum, the first time is gonna be 0. TailSum is 0 because look, 0. The base case is 0. So we compile and it compiles. Okay. Okay. So now. Okay. So now sum. So now let's test it. Sum list. Okay, sum list. Let's test the base case. Okay, so we're gonna give it the base case, which is the empty list. It should give us 0. The sum should be 0. So sum. So S for sum should give us what? 0. So let's see, and that is correct. 0. Because an empty list, the sum is 0. There is no elements. So now let's add some elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it easy. Let's make it okay. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3. 6, 6 plus 4. 10, 10 plus 5. 15. 15 plus 6. 21. So 1 through 6 should give us what? 21. Let's see. And we got it. So that sum is 21. So the next step, I'm gonna do query that we use for this example. And we also use the base case. Okay. So remember, when we're doing recursive, you need a base case and you need a recursive step. The base case, in this case, is going to be when you're given an empty list. An empty list has a sum of 0 because there's no element, so the sum is going to be 0. But when you're given a list like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you start with 0. The tail sum is going to start at 0, and then the first element is going to be 1. So the first step is going to be 1 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 0, 1. And then it's going to keep going. But how it's going to do that? Using the recursive step, which is this one here. So what it does is that instead of sending the whole entire list, it sends only, instead of sending the head and the tail, it only sends the tail at that particular recursive step. So once it sums it up, it's only sending the tail part, which is what we want. We don't want to keep summing previous elements in the list. So thank you very much. I hope you learn from my lesson, and please subscribe. You really help me a lot by supporting my channel, and see you next time.